and hopefully that's good. And I'm going to switch. I guess I need to share on here first, actually, don't I?
Do I need to make you host for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what I can do here. So participants, no, share screen. All right, and I'm going to share. Okay, so where was it working here? I think this was it here. Tell me if you can see the screen.
Yes, I can.
Okay, and auto, set it to auto so we can find, and we'll go to, I have it set for, I figure we'll just start January 1st. Okay, so what I did, I thought maybe it'll give me a chance to try something as well, because I've already gone through this once, but I want to only take trades with the super trend. And I think that might help with taking a lot of stupid trades along the way. And before I see too much here, well, I've already gone through it, but still we want to make it as realistic as possible. So we'll go back to back here, and this is what we would have seen.
Okay.
All right. So I'm in an upward super trend. So I'm looking to find a reason to go long. And I have an upward sloping pitchfork. All right, let's go forward and see what happens. Okay, we have a new set of pitchforks forming. And notice, so we have a strong upward momentum. The first bounce point is likely going to be off this red 50 EMA. So I will be paying attention to that. And coincidentally, it's right in the middle of two pitchforks. So I will be zooming in on that and watching that very carefully when it comes down. If I can get 3 lines and it touches this, or even comes close and then retreats, I'm going to get in. So that's my plan. And it's really looking good here because now it's approaching the middle bar. So there it goes, and it's coming down. So what I'm looking for here, I'm going to zoom even more. I'm looking for a touch here on the red line, or close enough that I would call it a touch. I've hit the bar twice. Oh, my connection is unstable. Wow, that's great. Can you hear me and see me okay? Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. Yeah,
okay.
Yes, I can.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, so I lost everybody for a minute, so I don't know what you heard. So my plan is to watch really carefully the red EMA, because price hasn't challenged it yet after a big takeoff. It's likely to bounce on this line, and we have 2 zones here. So I'm going to let it crash through here, and if it touches there, especially if it's also inside of this one, I'd like to see it inside of here as well. That would be ideal. So here it comes. All right, we got to pay attention, and it hasn't touched it yet. But if in the next bar now, if it comes down and touches that, that'll be my entry. And I didn't get an entry. Oh, there we go.
Right. Yep.
Okay, it didn't, by a micro hair, it didn't get in, so I'll put my entry on the retreat. Right here.
Yep.
And we'll set that their target. to just past the center line here and set this to 4R. And let's see what happens. Oh, that's good. And there we go. We already got a win.
Yeah.
So mark down 4. Okay, so it's still green here, so I'm only looking for longs. And it's, so let's just see what happens here. It might come down for a second entry. So I'm watching. Okay, so the first time it bounced very lightly on the red line. If it's going to bounce on the some time and just watch how price reacts to the 50 or 200 EMA. After it takes off, come down and just lightly touch it and then take off, or maybe just almost touch it. Pretty hard. It'll drop through to whatever line is just below it, perhaps. I'm going to look for. And so I'm going to ignore this setup here because I know that it's going to bust down here. This is the line I'm excited about.
All right.
Okay. I could be wrong. Oh. Okay, and there we go.
Wow.
So we have a touch on the line, but I said this is going to be a rough touch. So I'm actually going to enter on the outside line, whatever line's just below, or I'm going to miss the trade. Or I could just lose everything. Okay, there we go. There's an entry.
Yeah. And that's because it's the second entry, is it?
I went because, yeah, so if I take all this off, if you just go back and look at price and the way it interacts, you'll see this all the time. Oops, I guess I have to leave something on here. So let's zoom out here. Let's go back. Now, of course, when it's hitting all the time, that you just ignore that. But when it's gone for a long ride, it'll often bounce lightly the first time. This time it got a hard, but it isn't a long run. You see that we just started our red zone here. Compare that to here. Look how long the run is before we touch.
Oh, yeah.
You see how long that run is? So if it's short, you can judge pretty much how it's going to hit by the length of the run. So let's take a peek. Here's a perfect example, except for this one's a bust through example. So it takes off. Well, actually, we don't have much of a run yet, so we didn't know about this. And it does some pretty hard smashes. And then in this one it kind of went different, but then it did it light and then it smashes through. Yeah, this one didn't really obey too much like normal. I guess it varies, but I do notice it a lot. I'm expecting the first touch to generally be light. So here's a long run up. We have so when I say the first touch, when it's first getting out of the gate, when there's still in the downtrend, you're gonna have a heavy touch, then you got a light touch, and then it comes up here and you've got a light touch, and then you've got a breakthrough. So, yeah.
All right.
Okay, I don't know where we were. Hold on, I'm gonna hit the go-to button because okay, here we are. Yeah, so we were setting this trade up. And it could easily bust through here, you know, because it's already touched once and, you know, 1, 2 go through. But I'm basically just going to follow all the trades that it gives me so it doesn't appear, so that I'm not biasing myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeesh. Doesn't look good. Oh, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we made it. It was a fight, but
Yeah.
we got it. Okay, so that's another 4. Now it's green, so I'm not going to be looking at, there's a downward pitchfork, so we wouldn't have considered that because we're still green in the super trend. So we're looking for another, I guess we should be up here, but there's nothing up here, so we can just ignore this. And it busts through. So now it's likely going to be coming down to at least test the next line it's going to want to test is this one. But we don't have anything anyway. I'm back. Sorry, I don't know why my internet's flaking out right now. Okay, so now I'm expecting it to come down and bounce off here, of course, or go through. Nope, I can't go forward yet. Oh, there we go. So we just ignore. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Because my internet seems to be flaking. It's now just saying bar can't be replayed. Okay, here we go. All right. Having technical problems. So it's already missed short. I think, have I lost you again? Okay. Let's see if, so we're looking to go short, but we have no pitchfork to go short. Okay. We're still short here, so I can't get this to go. So my internet's flaking out horribly.
I'm just, I have that super trend indicator.
Yeah, I have special settings. I'll show you what they are.
Okay.
These are settings I was on the other day, and I thought, oh, it's a great chance to try it. So I've got, these are my settings, 10 and 10. I don't know what it normally is, but try those. And I will build super trend right into the tool if this proves effective. I have the source code for it. But I didn't develop super trend. So I'm going to switch my All right, let's see if this works any better. Oh, much better. Okay, so we don't have any pitchforks. We're looking to go short, and we have a pitchfork, but it's facing up, so we can ignore that.
Okay.
We're looking to go, so we're looking for a downward pitchfork. Here's a downward pitchfork right here. We want to go short way up. We can't even see the top side of it. So that we're going to want to go short here somewhere. Where? Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. It's it's down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So where would you have gone short?
I guess I'll just take it. It feels like consolidation. So, but we'll just take it anyway. I'll take the -1. Because I think that's what it's going to be. So short would be 3 lines, according to our rules. So 1, 2, and 3. So it would be right on here. And we would target. Oh, I don't have, hold on. I've been going all this time without my other pitchforks on. Okay, hold on. Let's back up. We missed trades. I don't think we missed too many, but so once it went negative here.
Yeah.
So okay, this is negative. So okay, there was a possible trade right here, but you have a huge kangaroo tail, and by the time you're here, you've seen all this way up and all this way up.
Yeah.
There's no way I would trade against that.
What would that have looked like real time?
Like this, except
yeah, you may not have seen the top half of it.
We would have seen this, and then this candle would have, quite fast made it. By the time you're here, you would see a candle, but only to here. So it would look just like if I cut off from there on. And then you'd have to make a decision, go or no go, and you've gone the entire width in 2 candles.
Yeah.
Massive. This is called the kangaroo tail. And you see that? Giant wick with the body way up here. That means there's a lot of upward momentum. If it's a small kangaroo tail, I don't pay attention, but a big one like that, and then with this, you don't bet against those. Just skip the trade. Okay, and then but you could just record a -1 for newbies if you want, just to. Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. We have a pretty clear trade entry here, which I have everything on here. I can tell that's going to be a losing trade, but I'll just draw it anyway. So we get right on that outside bar there. And we see it stop. It stops out right at the 4 mark, 3.96, and you're stopped out. So that's a loss. I assume you're tracking the score here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, so before we go too far here, so here's a trade right here. So we have a bunch of downward lines right here, but we don't have any white space, and it pushes us all the way to the outside.
Yep.
I'm willing to trade on the outside when that happens, as long as I got a decent amount of space, and I feel like that's pretty decent. As long as, but if I'm on the outside line, I'm going to target. I'm going to target the from the outside line. The next target is just past here.
Past. Wow.
I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay, so because I'm here and I've got the blue line here,
Yeah.
I'm thinking my sexy line is the outside line right here.
Okay.
And it's kind of, I wouldn't do it except that I've got these lines pushing down too. So in this case, I'll take that outside line only because of that. I'm not going to go, and I saw you doing this the other day, when I'm pushed all the way to the outside line, then my target is not the middle line anymore. The target is, because now I'm on the outside line, is the next zone. So if I turn off, let me turn that off so you can see.
Yeah.
So I'm going in, sorry, turn off the wrong one. Here we go. So I'm going in on this line. So my target is just past the double lines here.
Okay. Right. That's different.
Okay. Okay.
That's nearest.
I'm just going to leave it at 3.9. It's close enough. And yep, we got it.
Wow. And well.
Okay. So whenever you're trading, always be watching these, especially when these EMAs are close together. It's going to want to go one way or the other. It can definitely smash through, but when it happens right on a line, it adds to the line's power to make it bounce. It adds to the probability. All right, so we're still, normally if I was trading, now I'd be looking at this line to go up. So I got a new pitchfork going up, but I'll be ignoring that because we're still in the super trend down. Let's see if I would have won. And it would have been a beautiful win. Except for I really didn't have an entry anyway.
Yeah.
Because I don't have 3 lines. So, but, say Livy.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like we're right at the top of super trend. This isn't, super trend itself isn't a line. And we don't have any downward sloping pitchforks. So there's no trade here. And now we're looking for it to go long, and we got ourselves coming down to potential entry here, but we have no confirmations anywhere in sight.
Yep.
Nope, we might get one right now because we got 2 lines. I don't know if that blue is close enough to consider that a third line. I think it's pretty close. I think we should go, let's just take a chance on it. I know I traded this before, but I can't remember what happens. I have no idea. My memory's not that good. But we're in an upward pitchfork, and if we catch this outside line now, I think we'll take it. Oh, we got another line here showing up. So that'll be our sexy line on the outside. Otherwise, I'm going to skip the trade. That's my plan.
Okay. Too close.
It's almost touching it, but it didn't. No cigar. Shoot, I missed it. Oh, there we go. Well, there's my entry, whether I like it or not. All right, so we're going to be going right on the moment it touched this line. It's going to be okay. And we're going to be targeting from there, just past center line-ish. And I have no idea if we're going to survive this or not. We're 3.97. Yeah, we survived it, no problem.
So that's interesting. You're going from an outside line back to the center line here.
Oh, am I? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and if I followed that other rule, then this one would get stopped out. Yeah, that's a good point. It didn't occur to me because in my head, you know what I don't have though? I don't have yeah. No, that's a good point. So this could be, if I went to here, just past here, then I'm going to get stopped out, I think. It's right on the edge. Right on the edge. If I was a little more generous, it's a tough call. But my instinct, in that case, was to go to the center line. That's what I drew. So, but yeah, you know what? You do just make it. You do just make it, depending on how you draw that. I'll tell you why I was attracted to the center line this time. You see how I've got this line here?
Oh, yes.
So I'm thinking, Price loves intersections, so I'm thinking there's going to be an intersection up there. That's why I drew it up there.
Okay.
It also is the previous high.
Right.
So those are all things that I'm looking at in my mind to give myself an edge. That'll come with time. As you like, I've been doing this for years, and you've been doing this for a few weeks. So this probably seems like, oh, how does he know that? But you just get experience. Okay, that's a good sign. We now have a tweezer bottom, so that's likely to go up. And it's coming back down. Oh, come on. And boom. Okay.
Right.
So that's good. I originally drew it right, so I'm going to take the 4 on that. Yeah. I think even if you drew it the other way, as long as you were generous here, if you did the thing where I said the width, 3/4 of the width, then you make it. So.
Yeah. 3/4 of the width.
Yeah. 3/4. You should be doing 3. Actually, this one's even bigger. So you would have actually pretty much hit the center line. You would have drawn it right here, and you still would have been okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we are green still. We're looking still for longs. So here's an entry here. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3 right here. Or if you feel conservative, we could go, if you were thinking, let's be conservative, then you could go on this outer line touch.
Okay.
So I don't know if I would have went here or not. So I'm gonna go with that. And if I lose, I lose. Let's just say I saw 1, 2, and 3 lines, so I just went right here.
Yep.
And eventually, of course, we're gonna have to lose just following this line. .96, close enough. Okay, I'm just past the center. I'm liking that. Come on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Getting pushed down. Oh, we made it by a hair. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's great.
If I drew that a little higher, we would have lost. But I just happened to draw it a winning trade.
All right, so that's another 4.
That was close.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so we would have been out of that trade up here. So now I guess we're looking at this intersection here.
Yep.
But here's where experience comes in. I could be totally wrong here, but do you see how it's coming down without giving me any kind of a, like it's pretty much, there's no bounce in it.
Yeah.
Whenever you see it coming through without any bounce on an angle,
yep,
it often punches through. But having said that, we'll just take the -1 anyway, because I want to show that if you don't have that knowledge, this could still work. So, so I'm seeing all this stuff. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'll probably get in right here on the out like we usually do on the crosses on the outside.
Yep.
The outside touch, or just skip the trade and send that back to the middle. I don't know. There's 4.03. I don't think I drew it high enough here either, but I don't feel secure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. It's got to lose eventually. And, oh, we're not out yet. There we go. -1, please.
Yeah.
These are different trades than I took the first time through because I didn't have the green. I didn't have the super trend.
Yeah.
So I actually went short up here on the other one, and I think I won on this right here. I did a short here and won instead of this loss, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's important to try different things and see what works and what doesn't work. Okay, so now we are still in a green, but all the pitchforks are now down. So there's no way to get a possible long trade at this point, unless you see something I don't. And super trend is now negative. So now we are looking for to go short. And we'll just see what comes up here. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, which one of these possible trades would I take if price comes up?
Yeah.
And
does it have to cross the center line first for that trade?
The center line?
Well, are you going to take the one?
I'm not going to take anything right now. I don't know.
No.
I don't.
I mean, when you do take one,
like I don't see anything. I don't see a lot of white space.
Okay.
So I really don't like any of this.
Right.
It'd be interesting to go look at my notes. I made notes last time, but I don't want to look at them yet. We'll look at my notes after from my first pass. But I just don't like this. It's messy.
I see.
I don't want to take this. I would be tempted to go, if I can get a sexy line touch on the red, I'd be tempted to go short.
Okay.
I think I would do that. I'll take a chance on that, but I don't even think I can do that because look at right behind it is all this other stuff. Yeah. It's too messy. I'm not trading. Let's see what happens. There's our, it's too far away for it to be a sexy line touch. It's all the way to the outside. So if I was going to trade that at that point, I'd be going from here to here with lot, and I've got some white space here. So I would I'm not going to take this trade, but I'm just curious what would happen here if I took this trade. Okay, 3.93, close enough. And it loses. I'm glad I didn't take it.
Yeah,
and this is precisely why when there's too many lines, price is going to be attracted to all those lines.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine these are all magnets pulling it.
Yeah.
Pulls and then it pushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not interested in that. I do have a new what I do see here now, though, is I see it approaching the blue line, and I see a fair amount of space opening. I think I might take this if it can touch that blue line. Let's just wait and see. Oh, the gap's too big now. The gap's too big.
I see.
Because just above it is all this, so no. It'll probably win. There it goes. Oh my goodness.
Wow. So what do you go now?
I'm not doing anything now because I missed this trade. So I was just watching to see if it won, and it does win.
Yeah.
But I had no confirmation to get in this trade, so I'm not doing anything. At this point.
You wouldn't go over that outer line crossing.
No, because only if I get pushed there. I mean, it does win, but I'm primarily looking at this line as my trading line. That's my magic line, but I can be influenced by the where I see other lines around it. I'm looking for that sexy line touch. I only do the outer line if I get pushed all the way to it. You could make an argument here. You could make that argument for sure that you got lines everywhere, so you're going to take this one. You could definitely make that. I personally wouldn't go for it because I would have thought it's going to reach out and touch this. It's too close and way too sexy. So I would be wrong, but that's the way I'm thinking. Now it's super messy.
Yeah.
I am like not trading. There's not even an ounce of space here.
Yeah.
Just forget it. Let's just go past this stuff and wait for it to clear up. And it gets worse.
Wow.
And the reason why you don't want that, look we're in consolidation here. Price is not moving.
Yeah.
This is what you want to avoid trading in my opinion. I don't like it anyway. I can't tell I don't know what the momentum is. Of course, super trend's staying down, but you know,
yeah.
I'll only trade if price gets way out, say to here when these all intersect and I've got a good amount of space. Say this comes up to here and this space opens up and I've got something here. I might take that, but it's not even the right direction. So, and here we had actually a beautiful entry, except for the fact we had no white space, so we couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I remember you mentioned that gold behaves differently.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't. It follows the rules, as you can see, but it tends to bounce a little different. Like has a different style to it. Every currency pair does though. You'll get to know like the JPYs tend to kind of trickle along like a stream. They trend forever, but then every once in a while there's a hiccup that just totally messes you up. You know, Euro USD tends to trend up and down pretty good within a range. Okay, so we're looking for a bearish trade here, but again, I'd need to see something clear up, but I just can't trade with all this. I might turn something off here because I can't even focus on what's happening. So I'm going to turn these off, try to at least understand what's happening. I'll wait to, so we're definitely in a bearish movement here. We've got nothing yet. So we're waiting for a new pitchfork to come into play, and it does right here. We'll turn this back on and see what happens. So we're looking to go short here somewhere. So there's a sexy line touch right outside. That's worth going short.
So
you see that?
Yeah, it's quite close to an outer line now, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's almost halfway. Truthfully, let's skip it. I'd rather wait, miss the trade, and that's fine, but I'd rather wait for something out here.
Okay.
It's cleaner. Let's see if I lose. Oh, good call. Okay.
Do you ever start a second trade like that while the first one's still running?
Well, you could, but we don't have a trade here.
No,
you're saying because we have the outside line?
Well, I guess you'd have already hit the stop zone of the first one if it reached up to the second ones.
Yeah, so. We'd be stopped out.
Yeah.
All right, so we got another line starting. That's really interesting. But I think I'll just wait. I don't like this. I'm just going to wait and see what happens if it comes up to here, maybe.
Yep.
Here we go. But I have no confirming lines.
Yeah.
You see anything confirming? I don't. No. So, and it wins, but we had no confirmations. Okay. Okay, now we're into mess zone here. I can't tell what's going on. We do have a lot of overlap. So if you have enough space, I'd say right in here, we could have a trade right at the outside of this. See how much space we're getting there? So if it can come up and give us a little challenge, you poo, and it's not. No. I don't know what's going to happen here. Here it comes. So I'm not going to trade unless I get, well, I've got the red. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We missed the trade. All right, so nothing happened there. Nothing I can see. No confirmations. Let's leave it alone. We're still going. Okay, now it's working its way back up. Mess, 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 mess. And then this will be long gone by then. It might clear up here by the time price gets up there. Okay. So we might get one of those outside line, inside line deals. I don't know. There's not enough space. Like it's touching the red line, but you see this here, and then from here there's this, and then this. I just can't go. Yeah, it was a good trade though. Nope, it's not going to make it. Okay, I can't even see what's going on right now. So to me, this is just a sea of lines that I can't trade in. I do have some space opening up here. Yep. So we could go right here perhaps.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know. It didn't actually touch, I don't think.
Oh. No.
Didn't actually touch. So, and it's so close. I'd like to say that I would trade that, but I don't think I could have because it would have been in and out so quick. But they're all close together, so I might have just, I don't know. I mean, I did identify it ahead of time. I'll draw it in, but I don't think this should count. So we'll head down to the center line on this.
So
it probably could, it's not quite the outside line. I think we should wait for an outside line or bust. That'd be my feeling, but I'm just going to draw it. I've won lots of trades that I didn't think I could. I've got everything in my stop zone, so actually I'm comfortable. Whatever happens, happens. And there we did get the entry. And it's pushing down, and we win.
Yeah.
And actually we did, if we had waited, we did get the entry we're looking for. So either way, it's a win. So we can count it. I wouldn't have counted it where I entered, but it pushes for the line we were waiting for anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a win either way. All right. Where are we at now? We're at August. I think we're. I think that was the end of. That's the end of it.
Right.
So,
okay.
End of the period you asked for, anyway.
You might want to check back, but in case I missed one win, but I count 1, 2, 6 wins and 3 losses.
I'll take that any day.
That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow. 6 win. Let's see. 6 times 4 is 24.
Yeah.
Minus, so the point is, it is tradable.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ski at all, but I remember when I first started out, I remember going down slopes that were absolutely terrified me. I was like, how can people even do this?
Yeah.
When I first went out to Whistler, it was absolutely crazy. And then, I've fast forward 20 years and I can do stuff and it's boring, that would have terrified me back then. So it's just a matter of getting experience, and you have been trading profitably. I think you lost your mojo in your head the other day. That happens to me anyway.
Okay.
And then you chicken out on trades you should take, and then you take trades you shouldn't.
It was just so strange yesterday. I'm just going to look back over that. I'll probably replay.
Actually, this is what you want to do.
Yeah.
You want to. Oh, let me look at my notes to see how I traded this last time here. Because the first time I traded it, so I put circles where I traded, but I didn't have this. I turned this on afterwards. I didn't have this on when I was trading. Oh. So I did some trades that were against the super trend, but I'm gonna get rid of one of these sets here. Where's Jay? Oh, I guess it was this way. Yeah. So I took this one, same. I lost this one, which with super trend. No.
You wouldn't have done. Yeah.
No, I did. No, it would have. It was negative. I lost it, but we didn't lose it this time. I don't know. You know, I made different trades, but still came out well. Some of them are the same, some of them are different, because every time I pass through, I see it a little different. But the point is that when I added it all up, all the circles are wins, and all the X's are losses here. This says mess here. This was when you put this on here. See, it was too messy, so I said it's too messy. I lost on this one. So so I tried that one on the outer. Remember that outer one? We were going to try it, and then we didn't. Or did we? Did we take that loss this time? Anyway, I think what you should do is go back over the video and with the trades you took before, and look to yourself and say what was different, and then you're going to find things that you want to change in your trading style, and I think that'll clear things up. But the good news is the strategy is working. I'm able to achieve. That was a great trading session for both the first time and the second time. Though you can argue the second time I had a little advantage because I had seen it before. So subconsciously, I probably knew some things, but I think I kept to the rules pretty good. You know, maybe there's a couple. You could, even if you added 2 more losses in, and even if I did 6 wins and 6 losses, that's still, you know,
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the super trend you talked about, I don't think I have that on my chart.
No, you can just go to your function, type in super trend.
Oh, right.
And take the most popular one here, change the settings to 1010. And if you like it, I've already got ultra super trend in there, but I don't like it. The settings aren't good. So I'll modify it to this, I think, because it seemed to serve very good. I mean, I might have missed one trade, but it saved me, I think, about 5 or 6, maybe 7, 8 losses. Who knows?
Yeah. So I just add it in, and set it to 1010. And then I turn off BB squeeze, I think.
Yeah, I set the settings really high so that we can get basically that way we're trading with the trend that's above this time frame, which would be the daily.
Yeah. So the multiplier is 10 as well as the period. Okay, great. Yeah, that will help as well.
So anyway, when you first said that, I was kind of disturbed because I've had sessions where things didn't go according to plan. The good news is that you didn't lose money, even though you didn't trade well. But the truth is that you could have traded the exact same period and did very well, and now you've got the resources to do that. So
Yeah.
if you put a little time in, I think you're going to see what's the difference, and what you did trade and why you would or wouldn't. And then go back and clear everything and trade it yourself. Keep trading it until you can achieve, the first time I achieved 20, I think, was it 24 minus 20, like 20R, I'd say, something like that. Second time I achieved what did I get? 6 and 3, so 24. Yeah, so 20. So keep trading it until you can get 20R.
Okay.
Even though you know what's going on, just keep going through it, because you'd be surprised how the market will do the same thing over and over and over again. And after a certain amount of time, you'll say, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen. And it helps you pick the entries, choose between marginal entries to go or no go. And, you do get that here because you're looking at, well, do I have enough space? But the setup looks good, and so that's a challenge.
Yeah, I've made a couple of notes. I want to identify what I did wrong as well. So,
yeah, and let me know too, because this would be an amazing lesson for other students. So, I really appreciate your time, Andrew, and your dedication to this. And I think you're going to be handsomely rewarded once you're trading live and you see the profits instead of just saying 22R or whatever. That 20R would actually be 40% on your account. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, very, very nice. I'm about to release a video called the Pip Scam, and it kind of makes fun of the channels that, like Ike was following, where you have 80% risk and 20% profit.
Yeah, and you expect to win a lot, but you need to win a huge amount to make it.
Yeah, and you do. Like, when you do that, you'll win 80% of your trades just by doing pin the tail on the donkey, just blindly pinning, just put your finger on the chart anywhere, and you're going to win 80% of your trades if you only want it to go 20% up. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to release the video. It should be funny. I tried to make it really funny and entertaining. I need to get some viral videos to get some attention to this. I think when people see how powerful this actually is and how lucrative it is, we're going to have an onslaught of people. But right now, it's up to me to figure out how to prove to people this works.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, I mean, my first few times, it just worked.
Yes, it worked great.
Yeah.
More than a few. I think you did 7 or 8 back tests.
It's 5, but it just. Yeah, really consistent actually, so that was good.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, check and see what's different, and then let me know. I'm looking forward to it.
I will.
All right.
All right, that's
I'm
great.
gonna stop the sharing and stuff. It was nice seeing you.
Yeah.
Keep me posted. Later.
See you soon. Bye.